I need a fucking minute. I need a minute, okay? I need a moment of silence. Let's have a moment of silence. Shut up. Stop talking. This is a potential mother. Okay, Miss Diva. Cigarette. Oh my God. This is giving 90s. This is giving NSYNC. This is giving early Britney. Oh, it's a rebuke to the haters and the losers. Did you see Taylor's there? Ariana, let's do Eternal Sunshine Deluxe Deluxe Taylor's version. From the vault, Sad Girl Autumn version. I want to hear it. You know what I've been dying for? Some good fucking food. You know, after the last couple of weeks, I have been pleading, begging for something amazing to react to. And I think, I pray, I hope, I wish, I dream that today is that day because Ariana Grande has released her deluxe version of Eternal Sunshine with a number of new tracks and a short film. I am so excited. Eternal Sunshine was maybe my second favorite album of the year from last year behind Torture Poets Department. And I just can't believe that we get to receive a gift of more content from it. And, you know, I actually predicted the short film low key. I said in my review of Eternal Sunshine that there should be a short film. And well, here it is. As I'm recording this, the short film has not yet come out. It is coming out later this evening for me. And I will be putting my full reaction unedited to that on the Patreon. I'm not even going to try and put it on the YouTube because copyright with videos just ends up being a complete nightmare. And I'm already going to have to chop this one down and chop around the music. So if you would like to see my full reactions to both of the album, just the songs, what I'm doing here today, and then also the short film, you can go to my Patreon. Patreon.com/Riftologist. They will both be for sale for $5 if you don't want to sign up. And there you go. If you want to see the full reaction, if you're an Arianaologist, then I got you. So what has my journey with Ariana been? I've always been an Ariana casual enjoyer. I would say my interest in her definitely peaked in Dangerous Woman and then re-peaked with Eternal Sunshine. I just thought that Eternal Sunshine was such an incredible, clear, taut, concise, and elegant effort from her. And I think it was such an amazing and perfect response to all of the hullabaloo that was surrounding her personal life in the media. And I think that she really firmly kind of drew her boundaries of what she was and wasn't willing to share. And even though Eternal Sunshine isn't as confessional as, say, a Taylor Swift album is, like full of detail, I found that it addressed just enough of what was going on in the public to give us an insight into how Ariana was feeling at the time. And so the story of Eternal Sunshine actually isn't even really about contending with the press. It's not her reputation, which is maybe what Yes and would have suggested as the lead single. This song really is about the dissolution of one relationship and the beginning of another. And I think it is also about finding yourself in that kind of strange balance between those two places. Whether there was some overlap or not, we are not sure. We don't know. That could have been. But what I really get most of all from this record is Ariana learning how to stand up for herself and also not feeling the need to explain herself. My face is sitting. I don't need no disguise. Don't comment on my body. Do not reply. But also, me and my truth, we sit in silence. She doesn't feel the need to explain herself to the Vipers dressed in empath clothing, as she shouldn't. So, what am I hoping that we're going to explore? Well, the album kind of ended in a bit of an interesting place. It ended with Imperfect for You and Ordinary Things. Now, because it is such a taut, elegant, and concise album, I think there probably was a little bit more in the writing process that didn't initially get released to streamline the story. So I am hoping that these songs kind of pick up from that in-between space between We Can't Be Friends and Ordinary Things, because Ordinary Things is really about like being settled and happy and confident in a new relationship, and We Can't Be Friends is about one dissolving and feeling like you are trying to be gracious about it while the other person refuses to meet you there. So I think there's a lot of ground to cover between those two kind of experiences. There are also a number of kind of like sensual, sexy songs about falling in love on this record, so I would be curious to hear those. And I am just so excited. I'm gassed up, girls. I'm so excited. I'm going to be really disappointed if this doesn't deliver the way I want it to. I presume that all of these numbers are Max Martin numbers, and they better be, because the work that they did together on Eternal Sunshine, moi, bellissima. So I am curious as to like when these songs were written. I haven't seen anything from Ariana announcing that kind of timeline of it all, but I'm hoping that they were written during the album writing process and that they weren't later additions, like written after the fact. But I guess we'll never know. We'll never know. But let's just dive right in, shall we? I'm so excited. One of my favorite songs, if not my favorite song from 2024, was the title track of this record, Eternal Sunshine. I thought that the conceit and the motif of Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind for the specific into Ariana's creative process for this album was so clever. And if you are interested in hearing my thoughts about that, I won't waste your time here today, but I do have an entire video essay about it, so please go and check that out. So the first track is Intro End of the World, which has been extended and expanded into a real song instead of an intro. And I'm curious about this one because this was kind of the thesis statement, or not even the thesis statement, but the introductory moment to the record. It seems to outline both Ariana questioning the love and the fidelity of her current partner while having having had this interaction with someone that she doesn't know that has prompted or stirred another romantic feeling inside of her. So let's hear it. I'm ready. I really thought this was beautiful, so I'm ready for this to be a full song. Okay, so we're entering into the new part. Okay. Oh, this cuts. Oh, we're so back. Oh. I wish I could unneed you, so I did. This is literally Eternal Sunshine yet again. Okay, excellence, brava. I feel like this expands the impact of that initial statement. And I really see why, at first when I saw this one, I was like, oh, this is like a waste of a deluxe track. But this actually reorients you in the story in a way that I think is quite telling. And there are more specific details here. So she's basically saying, after you moved out, you know, I flew somewhere. And since there's another song called Hampstead here, I'm presuming this is when she flew to Wicked to start filming it. And at that point, he had only started to realize that she needed him when she was gone. And she'd already decided, I'd already grieved you. And you started to realize, I do need you. I wish, it's I do need you, brackets, I did. I wish I could unneed you. So I did. You see how that works? I really relate to that perspective. I think it's kind of like normal, actually, when you are in a relationship and you feel unloved to kind of tune out and check out before it actually ends. Taylor Swift knows all about that feeling. It's called So Long London. This is Ariana Grande's So Long London era. All right, the first song. This one is called Twilight Zone. So if it's kind of going chronological, then she knows that it's over, or it is already over. It's not entirely clear whether she's communicated to the person of her attention that she has decided that it's over, but I think she has. Let's listen and see if we can get a clue. Oh, already? Best song I've ever heard. Was I just a nightmare? Oh, Ariana Grande, fucking diva that you are. Fits so nicely with the Eternal Sunshine concept. Does she know? Oh, tell them. And you should. Oh my God. Ariana Grande Butera. Mouth kissy. Oh, sometimes I just can't believe you happened. No. Oh, this is so deeply sad. Okay, meta moment. What Scorpio placements does Ariana have in her chart? Elegant, gorgeous, beautiful. Oh, singer! Max Martin, also mouth kissy. I need a fucking minute. I need a minute, okay? I need a moment of silence. Let's have a moment of silence. Shut up. Stop talking. Be quiet, Tiffany. We're praying. Okay. Ms. Grande, the lyricist that you are. Okay, this song encapsulates what I really love about Eternal Sunshine. First of all, the production is really smooth. It's really clear. It's almost liquid. It's very watery. There's something that flows about this production. It does not demand your attention. And so you would think then Ariana Grande, this amazing vocalist known for the la la la, she does not demand attention for that either. And the most impressive thing about Eternal Sunshine to me was her restraint, her vocal restraint, her emotional restraint. And, you know, a small or a quieter delivery can really impact a lot more than those big runs, especially when it's coming from an artist that is as powerful as Ariana Grande. Like, you know, she could just be singing all over this, but she's deliberately choosing to hold herself back. And that mirrors the kind of like friction that exists inside of her. Because I think what's interesting about Ariana Grande as a character is that she has one side of her, and I'm just talking about my interpretations of her from the lyrics of her music. I don't know her as a human being. She has this tendency to be like, I'm healed, like a peace and love, everyone, the world is peaceful, everyone's on their journey. And then she also has this other side where she acts very chaotically and makes very random and sometimes despised choices in her personal life. And it seems as though that tension is really coming throughout this whole song, because she's saying, you know, I had you completely wrong. There is that anger of Eternal Sunshine going through it. Like, does she know that you're not who you say you are? Because I might give her a call. And then the real insight comes, or was I just not me at all? And she's yo-yoing between like blame, self-blame, and blaming the other person, and also kind of realizing that there is a middle ground between the two of them. They both did something wrong. But it's not easy to get at the conclusion that she arrives at in We Can't Be Friends, where she's like, I'll just wait for you to like me again. This is more reminiscent to me of Eternal Sunshine, where she's like, you know what, you did me dirty, and I wish that I could just erase you from my brain. And I think that is so beautifully embodied in the line, sometimes I just can't believe you happened. And it's like, what sometimes when you have a relationship or a person in your life that really just like puts a meat cleaver through it and rips it all up and completely changes who you are, there are so many words that you could use to describe that. There are so many different complexities and nuances of that situation. But when things of that nature, that cataclysmic nature happen to you, you are reduced to really only the most simple words. I feel bad. I feel sad. Sometimes I just can't believe you happened. Even after all of the stuff that you've done to me. Did I dream the whole thing? Was I just a nightmare? I mean, girls, we're off to a really good start. We're off to an incredible start. And she's asking herself questions. Why do I still protect you? Why do I pretend that these songs aren't about you? I hope that this might be the last one because I'm not fooling anyone. I think she's grappling with her public perception here a little bit. She's saying, you know what? I am not going to front. We all know who these songs are about, and you did stuff to me. So let's just let it land. Hope this might be the last one because I'm not fooling anyone. I think she's a little bit addressing the fact that people are exhausted of hearing about Ariana Grande blowing up her relationships, especially after they seem to be so serious, such as a marriage. So I think for her own protection, she's like, I hope this is the last one, but also because she's like, I don't know if I can handle the level of scrutiny that followed me when I broke up with my husband the first time. The next song is called Warm. Just one word, one singular word. Oh, not the beat. I don't know why I wasn't expecting that. I feel like I'm floating through the sky. Exosphere? What the hell is that? I'm not a scientist. Okay. All right, so she's moving on. She is finding someone else against her better judgment. This pre-chorus is delectable. This is a potential mother. Max Martin, I love you, honey. I know she was in that studio arranging. Oh, this last chorus is gonna go fucking crazy. Let's go, mama. Yes. Ms. Butera, I was familiar with your game, but you've gagged me again. Oh, Ariana Grande, the diva that you are. I'm so pleasantly surprised at how consistent these songs are with the overall tonal production and vibe of the original album. Because sometimes, you know, you get a couple of deluxe tracks and you're like, I know that these were additions after this album popped off, and they're like weird mimickings of the original record. So whether these were written before or after the album came out, they hew so closely to the spirit of the album. This song, wow. I mean, we had been needing a banger. We had been needing one, and we have one now. Again, the sparse lyricism, I'm so impressed by Ariana Grande's lyricism because it takes a lot to show restraint. These days, the girls want to be writing a biblical sermons in their songs. Meanwhile, coasting over the most boring melody in the world and using a bunch of platitudes. Gracie Abrams, Rosé. I mean, the list goes on and on. Ariana Grande is finding a way to be profound, to be impactful, while being concise, while having an economy of words. Look up what that means. Ariana Grande's economy of words is really making me think better of her as a writer. And also because I know that Max Martin doesn't really get his hand in the mix in terms of, you know, the emotional resonance of lyrics. He's more a lyricist in the sense that he helps lyricists figure out what, with the melodic math, what works from a melody and a hook perspective. So I'm giving Ariana all the credit for the lyrics here, and I'm happy to. Wow. Okay, what do I like best? Twilight Zone or Warm? I don't know. Twilight Zone kind of reminds me of Eternal Sunshine, so I'm leaning towards that, but Warm is a banger. #1 hit in my house. Dandelion is up next, and it's another Max Martin number. Let me look and see if all these are Max Martin. Yup. Well, yes. I mean, except for Intro End of the World. Okay, Dandelion is up next. So now we're in the falling in love stage. She's been mad. She's been sad. And now it seems like we're in a place of reconciliation with herself, but also union, not reunion, union with another person. This is interesting to me. I just want to go through the lyrics for a second. I can't find my way, never needed anybody to stay. I've been the one to slip away, never thought I'd find another, could fly here at my pace. If you dare meet me there, I'll be higher than the exosphere, because I know now I'm safe and sound and I won't come down for you, because I'm cool on my own, but it's warmer in your arms. So she's built up this kind of like layer of self-protection, this shell around her, because her heart has just been so beaten and broken badly that she truly believes that she's, okay on her own. Notice how she says, I'm cool on my own. It's not I'm happy, it's I'm safe, I'm protected, but it's warmer in your arms. And it's true. I mean, the whole point of being a romantic is to make yourself vulnerable again, even after you have reaped the consequences of doing that in the first place. And Taylor Swift shares that devotion to putting herself out there and entering every relationship as though it's something new and something exciting. But here she's still holding her. There's a reservation here. Can you hold the space I require, or will you turn the page? Will you love me like it's June, or am I just on your to-do list? Wow. So it seems to me that she's on the precipice of falling in love, but she's scared. And, the real world, reality has told her otherwise, that falling in love is not easy. It's not forever. It's not simple. And yet it's warmer in your arms. That simple feeling of, it doesn't really matter that I have this intellectual awareness of what could happen to me if I fall down another rabbit hole of love, because I'm going to do it anyway. I wonder if we're due for a ballad anytime soon. I can't see Ariana Grande not doing a ballad, so maybe Dandelion will be such a ballad. Cigarette. Oh. Okay. Now, Miss Girl, what's this about? Is this another potential mother? This is giving thank you next. These harmonies. Ooh, I want to sleep in them. Okay. Well, yes. True story / The Boy Is Mine. Oh, I can't wait to see the short film. It's just going to be a series of diva moments. And we're getting a bridge. You see how a real pop star knows how to do a bridge? Oh, here she is. She's back. Mariana. Wow. Okay, not what I was expecting from the title Dandelion. This is pretty much, 2 bangers in a row. I'm very surprised by this. Now, if anything is going like off the course of what Eternal Sunshine was, I guess it's this song, but it does remind me of the production on Supernatural and True Story. There is more of an R&B element to this. We know that kind of music inspires Ariana so much, and I could definitely see this being on Thank You Next. It's better written than the songs on Thank You Next because more time has been put into it, but it definitely fits in tonally and sonically with that. I love that horn at the beginning that, you think you're listening to a live instrument, and then Max Martin does his little weird shit. He goes in and he goes tweak, 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 and all of a sudden it slips into a beat, a B-E-A-T beat. Not many girls know what a B-E-A-T is this day. Not many girls know what a B-E-A-T beat is in this day and age. And that's why we love Ariana Grande. Okay, up next is a song called Past Life. I'm saying, where's the ballad? I don't even want the ballad, but I'm wondering, where is it? And you know what? I shouldn't say that, because one of my favorite songs on Eternal Sunshine is in fact a ballad. I Wish I Hated You. That song brings me to tears. It brings me to tears. So let's hope that doesn't happen to me now. I feel like this is all going to make so much more sense when I see the film. Ooh, I'm scared. It's darker than Eternal Sunshine. Woke up to a ghost by my side. Ooh. As they should. Sing! Oh, we're back in church. The diva has returned. Oh, sing! Mother alert. There's definitely more rage on the deluxe. Oh, there's so much to mine here lyrically. This is the production is so next level. Max Martin. Mouth Kissy. Oh my God. This is giving 90s. This is giving NSYNC. This is giving early Britney. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. Arianka. Is it giving Arianka? Is it giving Ariani? It is, in major levels of slay that we haven't seen in a long, long period of time. Okay, so not only is this a complete total banger, the lyrics are also really fucking good and interesting, and the production rocks. So, perfect song? Maybe so. Here's the thing about that Max Martin production. When he's doing it for someone like Conan Gray, it's boring because Conan Gray doesn't have much of an identity as an artist, doesn't have a lot of interesting or original ideas. But also, when he's doing it with Ariana Grande, not only does she have a story, a POV, she also has this voice. And Max Martin really is an expert at vocal production. How do you think Britney's like baby voice became so recognizable? He is really good at, using a vocalist's particular talent and arranging it. But also we know that Ariana often arranges her own vocal tracks, and I would not be surprised if there was a lot of collaboration with that on here. And again, it is still restrained. There are moments where she could go absolutely sicko mode, like in that last chorus, and she kind of holds it back a little bit. And I think that generally that's good because it fits with the rest of the record. But this song, it's like a 90s NSYNC Britney Spears song. The production kind of reminds me of Stronger by Britney Spears. It shudders, it bangs, it withdraws, it comes back. Wow. I'm really gagged. Let's look at the lyrics. Woke up with a ghost by my side, kissed by the passing of time. A moth to a flame, I didn't think, I just flew. I just didn't want to change my mind. So she's saying, I ran into this relationship with my eyes closed, and so did you. And now we have opened our eyes and we're looking at each other and we don't recognize what we see. Woke up with a ghost by my side is a great way to open a song and to convey the feeling of the person that you love becoming a stranger to you. Rhythms of the night consume my body. Just let the music confiscate my soul. A crying on the dance floor. Robin, hello. She's dancing on her own, okay? You think I'm lost, but that's just how you found me. Oh, very, very interesting. Maybe I'm the stranger after all. So, all of her changed like midnight rain is what I have to say about that. But that is interesting. She says, you think I'm lost, but that's just how you found me. So how were you when he found you is what I want to know. I think what we're getting over and over again is that this relationship, this union of people was entered into under false pretenses. Like these people were in love with versions of the other person that they had imagined or that didn't exist entirely. And so much so that they each kind of tried to pretend like they were that person until they both realized that they couldn't do that anymore. Woke up with a ghost by my side. Maybe I'm the stranger after all. And what happens when you try to play the part in someone else's story is you start to become unfamiliar even to yourself because you're not being authentic. So that's why she's saying, maybe I'm the stranger after all. Always wondered what would happen if I let you lose me. Always wondered what would happen if I let myself need more. You see, from the beginning, from the start, she was saying, how can I get out of this? What is my parachute? Might fuck around and elevate my expectations. She's being snarky here. She's saying, wow, isn't it so crazy that I might actually demand from someone what I need from them? Isn't that insane? I'm fine to leave you in a past life. I'm good. This is giving Eternal Sunshine too. It's giving bleach from my brain. There's a lot more rage, anger, and discontent here. And I think when Ariana originally put Eternal Sunshine out, she made it very clear that she was not attempting to take down her ex-man. And I think, in fact, she was a little bit too respectful about going about doing it because it seems as though she didn't let the full spectrum of her emotions come out now that she's had some time to sit on it and she's seen the reaction to Eternal Sunshine. It seems like she feels freer to be honest about what actually happened and how she actually felt about it. And I'm loving it. I'm loving it. This is really something else. That short film, I will be watching. We only have one more song left. This ain't right. This ain't right. This ain't right. Ariana, let's do Eternal Sunshine Deluxe Taylor's version from the Vault, Sad Girl Autumn version. I want to hear it. Okay, this is Hampstead. So it's about London. So it must be about her man. Did you see Taylor's there? I heard Taylor did that, but not in a good way too. Oh, she's addressing it. I don't cater all those vipers dressed in empath's clothing. This is not what I thought this song was going to be about. Oh, it's a rebuke to the haters and the losers who tried to kill my good sis. Oh. Okay, Miss Diva. It's But Daddy, I Love Him, Ariana Grande version. No, it is. That's not a joke. You think you've read the book I'm still writing. Oh, a powerful rebuke. Beautiful. Oh, she's saying I'm ready to get married again. Well, let's just hold our horses. Let's hold our horses on the marriage front because, we just had one, didn't go well. So just take a second, take a breather. Wow. Okay. I wasn't expecting that because it seemed like, especially with Yes and, Ariana was like, I am drawing my boundary. I'm not going to discuss this any longer. And I'm going to let people say what they want to say about me. But here, oh, she's had some time and she's been cooking. She is directly addressing the Ethan Slater situation, threw away my reputation, but saved us more heartache. Yes, I know it seems fucked up and you're right, but quite frankly, you're still wrong about everything. So far off, your seat's nowhere near the table. But I find something sweet in your peculiar behavior because I think to be so dumb must be nice. Okay, that part I'm kind of like, you didn't need to get them like that because you got them already in the more artistic addressing of this. But this part I really like. Threw away my reputation, but saved us more heartache. Yes, I know it seems fucked up and you're right, but quite frankly, you're still wrong about everything. This is what I had been saying in all of my videos about Ariana Grande. I was like, okay, you think that you know everything about this situation and you have taken the extreme action of deciding to write Ariana Grande as an artist, as a person off entirely. The things people were saying about her were so foul, like so foul and so beyond reason. And your seat's nowhere near the table. You don't know what's going on. What makes you think you're invited? The doors are closed with the lights off inside, and all the while there's no one home. She's like, not only am I not talking about this, you're literally barking up the wrong tree. Like you are so far in the opposite direction of what is true that you don't even know that you're waiting outside the wrong house. And threw away my reputation, but saved us more heartache. Listen, if you are unhappy in a relationship, you should not stay in it just because you are and just because the public thinks that you should be. If you're in a marriage and it's not serving you and you don't feel good in it, you are doing yourself and the person that you are with a kindness by ending it. It is worse and more cruel to carry on with someone when you don't feel anything for them anymore. So, yeah, sometimes life is messy, sometimes things overlap, sometimes people make mistakes in service of a greater good or not. And I think that the internet's refusal to see a gray area or to understand that, like, first of all, we don't know the depths of these people's emotional and inner lives. We also don't know the particulars of the situation. But also, I'm sorry, I don't think that infidelity or cheating is a die, your career is over offense. And it's interesting how men are allowed to do this all the time with absolutely zero consequences to them. But you perceive Ariana Grande doing it, and she is scarlet letter forever. Like the abuse that Ariana endured for this particular period of time and this perceived action, because we don't know what happened, is really extreme and it's still happening. I still get comments on my videos all the time about that. And I'm going to be an Ariana warrior about it because it's fucking loser behavior. She thinks it's funny. If there's something sweet in your peculiar behavior, you're so dumb. You're so dumb. You literally are so dumb. What's wrong with a little bit of poison? Tell me. I would rather feel everything than nothing every time. You know, she's really, fear me, stranger, a little bit of sugar danger. I'd rather be seen and alive than dying by your point of view. Now, this is a really important thing that pop fans need to hear from pop stars. I am not your little puppet. I am not a performing monkey that behaves perfectly and exactly the way that you want me to all the time. My job is to sing and make songs that you like and go to the concerts. Elsewhere, I am myself and you have no influence or control over that. And I really think that's what she's saying here. What's wrong with a little bit of poison? Where did this expectation come from as well that pop stars live these like clean narrative lives and there's no friction, there's no tension, there's no like horrible parts of it? And why does everything have to be mediated through the public eye for you to understand it? Like these people do need to have private lives. I think it's fine to speculate about the particulars when you're looking at work and you're examining lyrics, but people have taken it so far beyond that with Ariana Grande. Like they have really taken it to a level of invasiveness that feels women hating. It really does. And you know what? No better year for it than this year and last year. Fear me, stranger, a little bit of sugar danger. I'd rather be seen and alive than dying by your point of view. And you know what? That's brave. It was brave of Ariana Grande to keep posting, to release an album in the midst of the abuse that she was receiving, to keep creating art in the face of such adversity and in the face of such backlash is really admirable and is the markings of a true artist because she, you know, could have just put out an album and tried to dispel all the rumors or correct the narrative. But that album, Eternal Sunshine, the non-deluxe version, does not endeavor to do that at all. It tells a story that she wants to tell and stops there. We go into a lot more detail here after, you know, the dust has settled a little bit, but I'd rather be seen and alive than dying by your point of view. Again, I'm not a two-dimensional character. I can't live by these rules that you impose upon me. I have to be seen by the person that loves me and feel alive. And also to feel alive, what's wrong with a little bit of poison? Part of being alive is suffering. And I think Ariana Grande understands this. Do the people that listen to her music understand that she is a real person? I don't know. It's not even the people that listen to her music, it's like random internet pundits. I don't remember too much of the last year, but I know who I was when I got here. I'm still the same, but only entirely different. I love that. I'm still the same, but only entirely different. It's crazy when you're going through like a period of intense transformation or healing, just how different everything can become. But the beauty of that and of, rescuing yourself from a bad situation and evolving into something new is that you do remember who you were before, and you are still that person, but you're entirely different. And I think this is a really beautiful way to express that. And my lover's just some lines and some songs. She's moving on, she's processing, and she's stepped forward, and the public is focused on bringing her backwards. You think you've read the book I'm still writing. I can't imagine wanting so badly to be right. Guess I'm forever on your mind. And it's true. You want to know the ending to the story of Ariana Grande's relationship with this one person. You're obsessed with it, right? Like you think that you're detecting all of these patterns. You want to ascribe some sort of like psychological impulse to her, and yet the book is still being written. And this is the thing. It's like now also we expect, people to be frozen at their worst moments or at the moments that we perceive to be their worst moments. And we do not give anyone grace or room to evolve or change or become a different person. And that is just incongruous with what real life is like. Social media sucks. Social media is fake. Rather be swimming with you than drowning in a crowded room. She's saying, I would rather take that leap of faith, throw away my reputation to swim with you alone. It's difficult. The waters are choppy. We're in this ocean by ourselves and we're swimming away from something. I would rather do that than drown in a crowded room. So she would literally rather be ostracized and hated to feel alive with this person that she loves. And it's clear that their love is very pure and their love is something that is very sacred to her. And I don't care to litigate that on her behalf. It's none of my business. But she would rather have that than not do that, for example, or capitulate to the demands of people saying how they want her to behave. Because it doesn't matter how Ariana Grande would have responded to the situation. It was out of her control. It was a lose-lose. She breaks up with him, then she's wrecked a family for no reason. She continues going on with him and being public about it. She's rubbing it in someone's face. There was just no way for her to win that situation. Once you capitulate to the demands of other people like that, you are forever expected to keep doing so. And it's not like once you do that, the internet forgives you, everybody forgives you and moves on. That's not what happens. I think even admitting culpability ends up being a weapon that is used against you. So the best response is to write a song like this, or to do what Taylor Swift did with But Daddy I Love Him, because these songs are very linked. And I think it's interesting to hear Ariana doing such a direct rebuke of the way that she has been treated in the media after she kind of so resolutely refused to acknowledge it. I think she probably was restraining herself a little bit from saying stuff like this because Wicked was coming up and she had a big, role to play and a lot of promotion to do. And there was a lot of talk about her personal life overshadowing the Wicked promo, as if. And I think she handled this really gracefully by turning off her Instagram comments, by not addressing things publicly, by not doing any interviews for this record, like really keeping everything bare minimum, reminding people of what she's good at, which is singing. And now that she has kind of been able to rehabilitate her image a little bit, she can be more forthcoming about what she was actually going through and how she feels about it. So my overall review of this deluxe version of the album is best album ever made, still album of 2025, maybe so. I love Ariana Grande's Eternal Sunshine era. I don't know what's coming next for her, but I hope it's more of the same. And Max Martin, mouth kissy. That really is what I have to say. Again, if you want to watch the full unedited reaction, you can go to my Patreon. Reaction to the short film will be there, and I will see you as usual for my Sunday video. Goodbye.